welcome to White Goblin Games. My name is Ninja, and in this video we will show you how to have even more fun with Claim, the trick-taking game for two. White Goblin Games made an earlier video to explain the rules of Claim. Follow this link for the video. In this video we introduce you to 3 expansions: Frost, Fire and Fear. Just to cover the basics, we give you a short overview of the game. The core of Claim is quite simple. The king is dead. Again. Kings obviously don't last long in this kingdom, and while that is of course a pity, it does generate plenty of opportunities for young ambitious nobles, like yourself. The realm is divided into different factions, and as aspiring royalty, you need to gain support of at least 3 out of 5 factions to make your way to the throne. How difficult can that be? Claim is played over 2 rounds. In the first round, you battle for the best cards. And in the second round, you utilize the conquered cards to get as many factions as possible on your side. Core principles are that you have to follow suit and that the highest card wins. What makes the game especially interesting is the different factions. Every faction possesses specific powers that bend the rules ever so slightly. Therefore, you will need to approach every faction a little differently, so you won't be beheaded before you even achieve royal status. The core box of Claim and Claim 2 each contain 5 factions. These already provide countless hours of gameplay, but at a certain moment you might want more. The expansions send new factions, powerful artifacts, thrilling locations and brave heroes to the kingdom. So let's go and conquer the realm. Replace 1 or more factions from the core game with factions from one of the expansions. Make sure that you replace a faction that consists of 10 cards always with another faction of 10 cards. Likewise, a combination faction of 22 cards always needs to be replaced with another combination faction of 22 cards. The artifacts, locations, heroes are added to the piles of artifacts, locations and heroes if you already have any. Now, let's take a closer look at the expansions Frost, Fire and Fear. Let's start with Frost. From the cold icelands in the north, the warriors of snow roam through the land. They are divided into 4 factions: Ice Queens, Ice Kings, Yetis and Frost Beasts. The Yetis replace a deck of 10 cards. They look fearsome, but they are so shy that even when they have won a battle, they leave the initiative for the next battle to the other player. So do not deploy them when you are planning to play a streak. Frost Beasts also replace a deck of 10 cards, but they are so savage that when they win, the card of your opponent is thrown to the discard pile instead of your score pile. The Ice Queens and Ice Kings replace a faction combination, like the Goblin Knights or the Gnomes Giants combinations. If at the end of the game, but before you start counting, you hold a queen and a king with the same value, then the 2 of them run off together and disappear to the discard pile. Very romantic. So you better remember which card have been played before you claim a trick that leaves you empty-handed. This expansion also contains 16 artifacts, powerful objects to help you turn the tides of fortune on a lost cause. The second expansion we cover is Fire. From the deepest darkness, this expansion brings a lot of mystery to the kingdom. There are 4 new factions in Fire, each to replace a normal faction from the core game. But Fire has a trick up its sleeve. The box also contains 2 transparent red discovery cards. The value of the faction cards is hidden and can only be disclosed with the discovery cards. Printed on the cards of the demons is a square or a triangle. A square designates an even number and a triangle odd numbers. Only when all players have played their cards, you will reveal their value and see who won the combat. The cards of the fire elementals contain an upward arrow which signifies a card with a value of 5 to 9 or a downward arrow to signify a value of 0 to 4. The true value of the fire elementals cards is only disclosed when all players have played their cards. The tricksters are masters of disguise. There are 2 cards of every value in the deck, one with an X and one without an X. Only during the counting at the very end of the game will you use the discovery cards to unveil which cards contain an X. Those are the true tricksters. They leave the game right away and don't vote in determining who was the majority in a faction. Now we get to the poisoners. Apart from the deck of 10 cards, you also have a deck of toxics. Shuffle them and lay 3 cards face up on the table. These are the values that will be poisoned at the end of the game and will be removed from the score pile. At this point, you don't know which card will be poisoned and are worthless to collect in your score pile. But when you win a trick with a poisoner, you may use your discovery card to examine one of the toxics. Now you have a little more information than your opponent. This expansion also contains 4 locations. You can incorporate 1 or 2 of them and they will slightly change the rules for both players. You can add them to the locations already in your collection. Fear is our biggest enemy, and that is especially true for the nightmares included in this box. Again, there are 4 new factions in the box to replace the regular factions from the base game. Like the others, these factions change the basic rules and bring variation to the game. Zombies grab your souls in the first phase. When you win a card with a zombie in round 1, you get to replace the losing card directly onto your score deck. You will no longer need to fight over this card in the second phase. The vampires don't wake up until phase 2. When you win a trick with a vampire, you place it face up in front of you. If you win a trick with another faction after this, you may place the card you win under the vampire. This card now counts towards the vampires. At the end of the game, add up all the values and the player with the most points wins the vampires faction. Werewolves are, of course, dependent on the moon. Take the 2 moon cards and place them on top of each other with no moon face up. When a trick is won by a werewolf, you switch the cards. When full moon is showing, the werewolf with the highest value wins. When no moon is showing, the wolf with the lowest value is victorious. The deck of Shadow consists of 20 cards with values from 0 to 19. Take 10 random cards and shuffle them with the other factions into the draw pile. You never know which cards are in the game and may pop out of the shadows. This expansion also contains 6 heroes that can be combined with the heroes from Mercenaries. All expansions offer exciting new variants for Claim that have the potential to turn your tactics upside down. You will need to adjust constantly to the challenges and opportunities that present themselves. Choose the mystery of fire, the long-term planning of frost, or the uncertainty of fear. Or maybe you are drawn to all 3. By now, a fair number of expansions for Claim have come out, and they can all be combined. This makes Claim very variable, because you can make all kinds of combinations between factions. Add to this your terrain, and Claim will present you with a different game every time. The webshop of White Goblin Games offers special scenarios called the Battle of. These bring together 5 factions and 2 locations that fit together well and present you with surprising challenges. Claim is a game by White Goblin Games. If you like this video, please give us a like and subscribe to this channel. If you have any further questions or comments about the game or this video, don't hesitate to leave them in the comments and we will get back to you as soon as possible. Keep playing and we hope to see you again for our next video. Bye!